Hello, Eisners of the world, and welcome to another Genshin Impact video. Here I'm bringing you on images of gaming. It's Natas, if you hadn't noticed. Alright, go get him, Boba. So, I'm making this video in sort of a response to the fact that everybody's talking about the resin problem. Now, I'm not really going to be talking about the resin problem so much in this video as I'm going to be talking about the fact that free to play, there is a way to make it so that you can play this game 24 hours a day, 7 days a week if you wanted to, and still be getting items and getting something out of playing during that whole entire time if you wanted to. So stick around for the video to figure out what I mean by that, and without further ado, let's get started. Alright, let's start off from the very beginning, people. So when you first log onto the game, do not do your daily quests. The first thing you want to do is go over to Catherine and check out your expeditions and see if any of them are done. If they are, start new expeditions. Check to see if any of your smithing is done. Any ingredient things you were doing before you got off the game, make sure you collect all that stuff first. Then what you want to do, still do not do your daily quests, use your resin. Do your bosses, your domains, whatever you're doing, your ley lines, whatever you're doing, use up all of your resin. Okay? Don't use fragile resin, don't use primo gem to get resin back. Just use the 120 resin that you'll have or whatever you have when you first get onto the game for the day. After that, do your dailies. Get your dailies out of the way, and the reason why I want you to do resin first is so that while you're doing everything else, your resin can regenerate. Now, I'm level 37 right now, and I haven't spent primo gems on resin the entire time I've been playing the game. And I still go up in AR adventure rank level like once a day, maybe a day, you know? Maybe a day and a couple of hours, but it's still not like I'm not going up adventure rank very fast. For me, in a gacha game, that's actually pretty fast. Most other gacha games I play, once you're close to like maybe 20 levels within maximum level, you're gonna start having to play the game for like 2 to 3 weeks before even going up one level. But anyways, I'm going off topic here. Now, after you do your daily quests, the next thing you want to do is, you don't have resin. So what do I do now? The first thing you want to do is go into your handbook and go down to bosses. Alright? There's bosses here that don't cost resin. See, it says respawning, but you can fight these bosses 5 times per day without any resin. They drop materials that you'll need for awakening gear and characters and whatnot. So just get your 5 battles with each one of these. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Get your daily battles with all of them. You can fight each one 5 times before they have to wait to respawn the next day. And just get that. They give you more. They give you character experience points and stuff like that. And while you're doing that, do not ever, in my opinion, just go chest hunting. What you do is you do that, and while you're doing it, if you see chests, grab them. Boom. There you go. Then you're not feeling like, oh, all I'm doing is chest hunting. That's all I'm doing. No. So you just do the chest hunting while you're doing other stuff. Now, once you're finished with Uh, yeah, now once you're finished with the bosses, you can also just take a gander at this, see what you need to do, so that you know what you need to do coming up. You've already done your commissions. You already used all your things. If you want to, you could always do Spiral Abyss whenever you want to. But what I would suggest after that is go and look at your characters, because every single character has these 2 items which you get from the bosses. See if you can craft those. You can't craft these, but these you can. So I have the purple ones. You might have blue or green or whatever. Just go over to a crafting station, see if you can craft them. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to go over to the crafting station. This is the crafting station right here in Liu. There's a crafting station that looks, the thing looks exactly the same in Mondstadt. And you go and you see I can craft one of these. Alright, I'm not going to, because I can't ascend her yet anyways, and when I fight the boss I might drop another one by the time I get around to being able to ascend her. But you got awakening items. You can even get be able to craft talent books for your talents, and other items for your weapons and whatnot down here. And when you go into craft it, don't just push craft. Press square on PS4, whatever it is for PC. It'll say select character, and just look to see if you have a character with an ability that does something. Like Sucrose has a chance of increasing the amount of items that you get from crafting that. And then I think up here in these we got that's still Sucrose. We got Lisa being able to do something there, and Jinkui there, and we got nobody for those. Okay. I think Mona is able to be good at crafting something too, but I can't remember what they are. Check to see what you can be able to craft that you need. Do not, in my opinion, do not craft an item unless you have a character that needs it at that moment in time, because you want to make sure you're not crafting more items than you need and wasting items that you could be using later on down the line that you might need for something else. Now, in that regard, do not, when you're cooking, watch out when you cook, because like Jingling here, she requires items for Ascension that these Juyun chilies that can be in cooking recipes. So watch out when you're cooking. Make sure you're not using food for you're not making food that uses an item that for a character you're trying to ascend. And you can also craft these, and slimes drop them, or drop the things that you can craft into them. But at this point in time, what you want to do is, if you craft it and you've done all that other stuff I said, is just look at your items, click on it. It'll tell you where, a recommendation of where it can be found. So just go to those places, and this one's just slimes, so it's just slimes. Go to those places and start and farm a little bit for those items. And while you're farming for those items that are non-resin items, if you see chests and whatnot along the way, like before, just go ahead and do it. And also, you got the items for your weapons that you can check out and put in. Now, if you have weapons like this or items like the slime thing, it says can be dropped by large hurricanes, whatever they're called. And then the other thing is slimes. So what you want to do is, while you're exploring and stuff, mark your map. Alright, guys? For instance, over here, I got this marked right here. There's 3 large hilichurl camps, hilichurl camps, whatever you want to call them, right here for farming for like the fine arrowheads and all the stuff that drops from those guys. Alright? As far as the horns go, the boss, there's a large boss, Hilichurl, that drops the horns for you. Alright? And while you're doing that, while you're farming for these materials, you could always look for chests. And while you're doing that, and you'll level up. And stuff like that pretty fast. And you'll be doing stuff besides just looking for chests. As far as artifacts go, I wouldn't suggest to do the artifact dungeons until you are around AR 40, because they don't really, you don't want to really waste your resin doing that until you can get 5-star artifacts out of it. I don't know why I have a 0 there. I'll fix that later. But like these 5-star artifacts, I did not get from domains. These are from the world bosses that give you the character ascension items. And this one is from a quest that you can do that I have a video up for, that I can put a link down in the description for if you want, or you can just watch it. It's one of the previous videos before this. And then after you've done that, if you've done all that and you've scoured and whatnot, you can also, you know, if you want to, just go look at your other characters that aren't your main characters and see what they might need for character ascension and stuff, and go and collect that stuff. Even if you have the amount you need, just farm a little bit. Just farm a little bit for it, because they're gonna need more of it. The next time you send, they're gonna need more of it. It's gonna be the same items, maybe upgraded versions of it that you can craft with those items. Alright. And while you're doing that, of course, look for chests. Look for the little ghost guys that you can follow to get to chests. Watch out for random quests, world quests, and stuff that might pop up that you can do, and it's set for experience points. And of course, fight enemies you see so that they can drop items and stuff for ascension. Now, if you've done all that and you're saying, well, what do I do now? You can always just go to the map. That's not the map. Just go to the map. Look for a ley line. Just look for a ley line. Anyone. Okay, here's a ley line right here. I'm going to navigate to that. Sure. These always respawn after you're done fighting them. So what you do is you just go and you activate it. Doesn't use resin to activate it, okay? Then you fight the things. However you want to fight them. Oh, you're a fire type. Okay. Get out here, Barbara. Alright. Now, even if you don't have resin, guess what? Boom, boom. Look at this. Look at these. Look at this. I'm getting items I need for character ascension, weapon ascension from the drops. You know what? I can't find her Hilichurl camps. Go do some ley lines. Boom. You don't even need to hand it in. Okay? Don't hand it in. Don't even hand it in. Just go to the map. Unfollow it. Cancel navigation. Go to another ley line. And while you're going to the ley line, just look around. I don't see any, but you see materials all over the ground. Pick them up. Pick them up. Get it all. You don't know if you need it. You don't know if you'll need it eventually. Maybe some new character comes out that needs regular mushrooms. For some reason. I don't know why. But it does. It reads regular mushrooms. I mean, Barbara needs the mushrooms that grow in the houses. Why not regular mushrooms being needed? Here you go. Defeat all the enemies. Alright. I don't know why I keep using fire on fire guys, but... Let's get away from you. Set you near Boba. Pick up that chili pepper to increase my attack. What are you? Oh. Alright, get out of here. Barbara, get out here. And guess what? Pick up those items. Boop, 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 boop. Look at that. I needed slime stuff. Boom, I got slime stuff. And while you're at it, you know, while you're going to the ley lines, pick up chests. All that stuff. You know? I see here, illy curls. I'll go attack them. Boom. Get some materials I need. Get some character experience. Alright. Oh, look. Look at this. Also, make sure you mark those. Because guess what? You know what? You don't feel like doing ley lines? You don't feel like doing that? Alright, go onto the map. Go to the map. Go to the map. Oh, look. Trying to remember which ones I did today. Sure, I'll go down here. I don't think I did this one today. Mark some mining spots, okay? I'm gonna get these bird eggs over here. And then go mining, and while you're at it, look at this. I'm gonna fly and look around. Oh look, a rune guard. Rune guard drops stuff I need. I'm gonna go after it. Alright, good job. Got a chaos device. I don't really need that green ones, but I can craft it into the blue ones. Alright. Make sure you look around for items and stuff and chests and whatnot.
Go, Barbara, go!
Alright. Alright, so this one would normally have stuff. Looks like I did get this one today. For mining. But cancel navigation, yes. Because I'm not trying to do that right now. Alright. But this one's pretty good, usually a good one. Sometimes there's mining stuff right there, then you drop down. Make sure you do that down attack when you get near the ground, And of course, because I'm trying to make a video, nothing seems to want to spawn anything today. But this whole place will usually have a lot of nodes, and then this guy. So if you need the items that he drops, these things drop, this is a good spot to find one of these guys. There's another mining node that actually is a good spot to find one of those guys too. It's in the bottom right islands of Liu, whatever you want to call this place. Down. But this is a good mining spot right here that usually has another one of those guys. A lot of my farming and stuff for the day. It's 10 o'clock at night. Did a lot of my farming and stuff earlier today.
Let the show begin.
Of course, if you see a guy to fight, you know, go ahead and fight him. Of course, you teleport right then.
Over here.
Over where? Where'd you go?
Shine longer.
I think that was actually one of the world bosses right there. But anyways, so when you go out there, you take a left and you go up here. Take a left and you go up here. Grab these crystal fireflies. Just come up here. And you can see the island I'm trying to go to right over there off in the distance. Check around, see if you see any chests. Because regular chests can't respawn. It looks like. It's not always the Noctilicus Jade or whatever it is called. I have had a couple times this guy, while he's rolling around, he rolls into the water and kills himself. See? Just like that. Rolls in the water and kills himself. Great. That's amazing. Free experience points, and he drops an item. You just gotta figure out where it spawns it onto the land. And you got nodes you can get. So don't forget to mark spots on the map where you have good farming spots for like mining nodes and whatnot. Or good spots for getting items that you need for your characters. And of course, just so you know, when you go into your battle pass section, you have the section in the weekly that says to complete leyline deposit challenges 20 times. Doing the ley lines and not handing in the resin to get the plant still counts as completing the ley line challenge. So if you just want to do that to get the challenges, the 20-time challenge, help get the 20-time challenge out of the way, you can, so that you can use your resin on the domains or the bosses instead, because you're not working on ley lines right now. Go ahead. Then of course, as you're doing all this, you'll probably find some chests and some guys to fight and other things along the way to mark on the map and do this and do that along the way. And of course, you can always go back and do the Spiral Abyss. Always check this for any updates on events and whatnot. Right now, if you want to, you can always go in and do the Elemental Crucible with friends without using resin. You won't, if you've already finished the quests and stuff, you won't get anything out of it besides helping your friends. But right now that's something you can do right now to help your friends. Make sure you grab every single light that you see. You want it. You might not think you do, but you will. Fight every enemy you see. You might think you don't need to, but you do. Gives you something to do, right? Woo! And look at that. You get some calla lilies out of it. Ooh. I don't particularly have a character that needs calla lilies right now, but guess what? Maybe, just maybe, one day, I will. Look at that. Fight. Just for picking up carrots. Boom. A chest. Look at that. Found a chest. And playing this game for AR-37, I never got that chest. Or it respawned. I have no idea. But it's there. I got it. Now, let's see if I can find this guy. I found him, apparently. Oh, there he is. And there we go. That boss is dead. I get a blue horn out of it. Ooh, woof hook. Ooh, I think I actually need those for something. I don't remember what, but I believe I need those for something. I definitely need you. If you have bows, guess what you're gonna need? You're gonna need arrows.
By royal decree.
And I got firm arrow. Alright, sweet. Then I'm gonna go back in. Just trying to show you something. See? I can fight him again. And he'll appear in a different spot. And you can just go fight him again. Oh shoot, and see, look at that. Boom, I definitely want that. And there's another boss right there. I definitely need the core lapis. And you guys get out of my way. Definitely want the core lapis. Where did it go? Didn't I see core lapis? Or was I seeing things? Maybe it was the mushroom I saw. Want that. Definitely want these items. Look at this. See? See what I mean? I went to go fight that hairy troll, and now I'm running around killing things. Look at this. A fight. Let's go. Let's go toast these guys. Look at that. I get some items. I've gone completely off track. So now, I go back over here. Get distracted again. And I'm immediately distracted. There is something over here. I thought that might be a chest. It wasn't, but it is, guys. And guess what? I need guys. I need to kill things. Boba, you can kill that guy. I'll go kill this guy. I definitely need sealed scrolls, so I'm glad I came over here. And I actually think he is up this way anyways. Yep, he's right over there. And enemies get in my way. Thank you. And look, they're gonna come to me. Look at this. Get some electricity on ya. Oops, I didn't even pay. I wasn't paying attention. Get some more horns. And guess what? Farmer, get me that flower. Yes. And look at this. When I first started fighting, going after him, I had 45 resin. I just gained 2 resin in that time period, and I've barely done anything. Okay? If you do this, if you just sit there, use your resin as soon as you go on, then go and farm stuff. Go and farm these bosses. Look, I can still farm him. He's still available. I still haven't finished doing him. And he only moved a few feet away. I can just go straight back over there and fight him. I can go and do this ley line. Don't hand in the resin. Alright? Now these ley lines will just sit here if you don't hand in the resin. I will say that. They will just sit there for the day. They won't reset until the next day. Or until you grab the flower. But they just sit there. The flower just sits there until you're ready to use resin to grab the flowers. So just do them. Do them. Don't wait to do them until you have resin. Just do them. Get the items from the guys that drop. And just hand in the resin when you have the resin. Alright? If you never hand in the resin for the day, at least you got item drops from guys that you wouldn't have gotten if you had tried to wait for the resin. Alright? And then just go around. If you run out of the bosses, the non-resin bosses, go around, look at your characters, look at what they need. Go to the places that says are good places for those items. Go get those items. Go get the things that don't cost resin. Go out, find those mining nodes. Get those mines. Get them. You need the rocks, the crystals for upgrading your weapons, for leveling them up. Do it. Go out. If you don't need it right now, who cares? Get it for later. Get those items for later, because you're gonna need everything. Anything you can pick up. Anything. You will need it. If you were playing this game as a gacha, you should be used, as a gacha fan, you should be used to farming for materials. Now, most of the time it's in a 2D game where the farming for materials consists of pushing the skip button or pushing some buttons, but that is not what this game is. This game is a hands-on game. If you're coming into this game and you just want to push the skip button, this is not the game for you. But if you're coming in this game and you want a game that allows you to focus on the game, to do something constantly while you're on it, this is the game. If you are a console player, you should be used to farming, especially since this is an RPG game. If you are playing a console game, and you know what an RPG game is, okay? An RPG game has a storyline, and then the other part of the game is farming, constant farming for materials. You want to get those materials. Just keep doing it. Just keep going. Get those non-resin materials that you need. Go into your characters, even the ones that you're not trying to ascend, and just go over, go over to the non-resin items, click it, recommended, found on Star Snatch Cliff. Alright, boom, go on the map, go to Star Snatch Cliff, look for those flowers. If you find a good spot on Star Snatch Cliff that has a lot of those flowers, mark it on the map. Mark it on the map. Boom. So that next time you go to get that item, you're like, oh, look. That must be what that mark is on the map. Is the item right there. But that's it, guys. If you do this, you will get hours upon hours of gameplay out of it. Okay? And it won't be boring because you'll be doing multiple things. You'll be going through a checklist doing multiple things. You won't just be going, oh, I'm just searching for chests. I'm just searching for chests. I'm so sure. If you go out and you collect these materials and you go to the places to collect those materials and you just look for chests while you're doing it, I guarantee you're gonna be leveling up. Free to play. I'm level 37. I haven't spent any primo gems on resin whatsoever. And I'm already level 37, where people who spend their maximum amount of primo gems every single day are only on IR 40 to the max I've seen is like 44. That's not that much higher than me. And I don't spend any of my primo gems on resin. So if you follow this and you do this stuff, you can do it in whatever order you want. Just remember to do the things I said in this video, and you can play this game for hours upon hours. On my days off of work, I play this game for probably about 7 to 8 hours throughout the day. I do take breaks, take breaks every once in a while. Go get something to eat. Go to the bathroom. Do that. Come back. Boom. Guess what? There might be some resin for you sitting in there going, hey, you want to use me up? Go ahead. You do not, I repeat, do not need to use resin to play this game. Okay? The only thing I use primo gems on in this game is summons. That is literally it. Now, I will admit, I have used the fragile resin to get more resin. But as a free-to-play player, you will get the same amount of fragile resin as I have gotten. So it is still free to play to use the amount of resin, fragile resin, that I have used. And I still have fragile resin sitting there. I don't constantly use it. I only use the fragile resin when I'm about to hit the next world level increase, and I haven't fully powered up my main team yet, or something like that, and I only need to go do like one more boss fight. Use the resin, do one more boss fight to get my characters to the point where as soon as I hit the next world level, I will be at that point where I will literally be just working towards the stuff that happens after that world level. I hope this video was helpful to all of you guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. Don't forget to hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you later.
I never think, I never know. I'm stuck and left alone. I've been lost, I've been found. My cause is not defined.